Yes, all right. Welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. How are you guys doing? It is the Sunday transfer wrap up. We are going to be looking at some of the transfers and transfer rumors basically that have actually happened throughout the week. I'm just going to use a little time because we have the Fulham game coming up. So I'm going to use very little time. Smash the like button. Get your subscriptions in. If you're watching this on playback, which I presume many people will watch this on playback. Rather than live. So please do smash the like button. And thank you so much for 19,700 subscribers. We hit it yesterday, and we are still moving forward. By my birthday in January, we should be at 50,000 subscribers. So please keep smashing the like button, keep smashing the subscribe button. It really means a lot, and you people really mean a lot as well. So let us go through these transfer stories, try to react to them that have happened throughout the week so that we can start a new week, and new ambitions and new stories. If you missed anything in the week, this is the show that will be bringing you whatever you missed, whatever thing you missed, during the week, whether it is transfers or any other kind of important news at Arsenal. You'll be getting it right from here. So I'm going to speak about Alexander Lacazette's new contract. It has been in the pipeline. We spoke about Martinelli. We shall talk about that. Grealish, for Arsenal move, Emiliano Buendia, and a couple of other important stories. So please do smash the like button, and I'm going to get into it right about now. Like I said, thank you so much for 19,700 subscribers. Really means a lot. You guys make my world. Okay, let's start off with Mikel Arteta, because this week, should I say this week, it was confirmed that Mikel Arteta has finished his planning. Has finished planning his squad planning and whatever kind of thing you may want to call it. So he has finished planning his squad, and that was according to Chris Whitley. He said it this week that Arsenal have actually finished the planning process, of the squad, and it has been confirmed that Arsenal in the summer they will go for a right back, they will go for a left back, and an attacking midfielder. So probably we could see 3 new signings at Arsenal. Of course, I expect a lot in the summer, especially in terms of letting players go, and of course bringing in new players. But Chris Whitley says squad planning is almost done. A right back, a left back, and an attacking midfielder. And then I want to just draw you back again, last week when we talked about Fabrizio Romano, and he was saying that Arsenal, yes, they will go for a right back. That has been confirmed. Bellerin finally will be leaving Arsenal. And of course, probably Chambers or Cedric, one of them could leave, because we're going to have a backup left back. We're also going to have a backup right back. So I don't think we need Chambers, Cedric, and a new right back. So if Bellerin leaves, I think Cedric should leave as well. So we are looking at a new right back, a new left back, and an attacking midfielder who must be, according to Arsenal and Fabrizio's reports, and says Arsenal are still looking, and they're saying that that player must be Martin Odegaard. So I'm still looking at that. What will Mikel Arteta do in the summer with Edu? They have already told us, Fabrizio has already told us that the two are connecting. They will go for the best deal, which is which will fancy the club, and that's really beautiful, because Fabrizio says Edu and Arteta are working together. One of them wants Hakimi, the other wants Tariq Lamptey, but they will work together. The one they agree upon is the one they will bring, and of course that comes from the fact that last summer, what actually happened last summer was Arsenal wanted Hausemowa, and we also wanted Thomas Partey, and the priority there brought in issues, because many people were saying that Fabrizio wanted, did I say Fabrizio, that Mikel Arteta wanted Hausemowa, and then Edu wanted Partey, and then we ended up signing Partey. That there was a little bit of a misconnection there. But Fabrizio says the two are working together, and probably we are about to see the Arsenal that we all want to see in the transfer summer. So moving on, Alexander Lacazette's contract has been in the pipeline as well. He's a player that has been performing at top level for Arsenal. So I don't expect anyone to be surprised by the fact that Arsenal is considering getting in a new, getting in a new contract for him. He's been brilliant this week, and Mikel said he's a glue. He's the glue that binds the club together. He's improved a lot. He's he spoke so many good things about him as a player, and I just got interested when he was speaking about him. So a new contract, probably. Of course, before these good performances, it had been confirmed that the player will be leaving Arsenal. The player will be leaving the club, looking for some new adventure somewhere else. But now it looks like he might be set to stay. I don't know what that means pretty well, because as a person, I think Lacazette needs to go. I think you cash in on him at this point in time, and then getting a better striker. Mikel probably thinks you can keep him. So there's a lot of work to do with the Alexander Lacazette deal. Is he going to go? Is he going to stay? But as for now, Arsenal want to extend his contract at least by 2 years. I don't know what you think about Mikel and Lacazette extending his contract. Do you think he should stay? Do you think he's that kind of striker that Arsenal can lean on for the next coming seasons? What are your thoughts? And share with me your thoughts in the comment below. Okay, Florin Balogun signed a new contract this week as well. It was big. It was big. I don't know whether you believe this, but I want to say this on camera. I think it was the biggest story Arsenal made. This week. I think Balogun has been on the mouths of Arsenal, of Arsenal players. Many people actually wanted Balogun to sign. It was very, very disappointing that he was going to leave in the summer. And many Arsenal fans were not really ready to let him go. I was not ready to let him go. That's the truth. I wanted Balogun to stay. I think he's a very interesting player. He's a very, very fascinating player. And whenever you have a player like Balogun, those young players that are obviously, but you're a little bit should I say you're a little bit secure of the future. I think we have secured the future in terms of in terms of the striking line. He signed until 2024. We need to rush, of course. I'm going to rush through the stories because we have to go to the for the match, but he signed until 2024, and I think Arsenal made a good deal. Of course, the only question there is what's the future with Edin Ketia? What's the future with players like with Gabi Martinelli? Is he going to be a regular starter? Is he not going to be a regular starter? All that and more we will discuss in the week. But of course, that happened. We did bring in Florin Balogun. We did sign Florin Balogun on a new contract there. So that is Florin Balogun on your screen. If you don't know him, that is the man I've been talking about. Then Arsenal have also been linked with another big striker in the names of Andre Silva entering Frankfurt. He's a striker and he scores loads and loads of goals. Yeah, we've been linked with Andre Silva. I mean, that is the first thing we have to think about. But it's been linked with Manchester United as well and a couple of other clubs around Europe. And I should say he's a good striker. He's banging in the goals. And of course, what you want is a person who bangs in the goals. Like I said, Lacazette's new contract is is non-certain. You have to think about that. You also have to think about the fact that although Lacazette's new contract is not certain, but if he leaves, you need a replacement, because Fabrizio said Arsenal might go, and I just want to quote him there, quote him right. Said Arsenal might go, for a striker if and only if Alexander Lacazette leaves. So probably if Lacazette leaves, you're thinking about getting in a new striker, and that could be Andre Silva. I don't know what your thoughts are about Andre Silva, about players like Andre Silva. I think personally, we could do such a deal. We could do such a deal if it's a good, if it's a good striker and slow. You could go for such a deal. But he's been linked with us in this week as well. So not much to talk about him really, because I don't think the rumors were that strong. Okay, another interesting one that has gathered a lot of attention in the media has been Matheus Martinelli. Matheus Martinelli is playing with Fluminense in Brazil, and he's a midfielder, 19 years of age. After Arsenal confirming that Arsenal is now going to be targeting young players in the South African market. I think courtesy of their talent and how easy it would be to sign them up. I think that's the reason. I think that's the reason that we are going for young, experienced. Did I say young, experienced? Young, talent in South America. So we've been linked with Matthias Martinelli, and I told you I did do many stories about Matthias Martinelli, especially for the fact that Arsenal want to get in a midfielder. Fabrizio had confirmed that Arsenal will get in either two midfielders that are top quality. Matthias Martinelli is one, and we did compare him to the likes of Eduardo Camavinga. We compared him to the likes of I talked about Camavinga, I talked about Sumare, and I said I think they might not be in the same level, but probably if Arsenal is ready to go for such a deal, then there is no issue with that. Of course, Ivan Toney is the other person that has been linked with Arsenal very, very closely. You remember I talked about his £35 million deal. Brentford are saying, if anyone wants him, you've got to pay the money. And Arsenal need a striker. He's scored an amazing amount of goals. 29, in the championship, 10 assists in 39 games so far. He's brilliant. He's just good. But is he the level of Arsenal? Is he ready to play for Arsenal? I don't know. Thanks everybody for watching. Smash the like button. Get your subscriptions in. Thank you so much. We have reached 19,700 subscribers. That has made my week. And of course, we are going into the Fulham game. That's why I'm wrapping up. So the other thing, of course, we did talk about in this week has been Bissouma. Fabrizio said, he's on the radar. Arsenal are interested. So we wait to see if they're going to make a sensible money move. For the Brighton, for the Brighton CDM, probably, we are waiting to see, because Arsenal want to get in that partner for Thomas Partey. So let us wait and see whether it's going to stay as Granit Xhaka as the main man in that area, or Arsenal will finally go and get in, a serious partner for Thomas Partey. But Bissouma has been, has been in the news. Buendia also came back in the news, but not on a very big scale. The issue with Bissouma, according to Fabrizio, is that we have met with his agents. We have made contact. In January, we made contact with the Emiliano Buendia representatives, but nothing happened. So let us. I just want to think about it. That probably this could be, the time for Arsenal to go for Yves Bissouma. I don't think there is anything I've skipped any. Anyway, Edin Nketiah to West Ham and Housemowa probably. Fabrizio said Housemowa is still a target for Arsenal, but it needs to get Champions League football. So if Arsenal don't get Champions League football, it doesn't really look like they will be getting Housemowa. And of course, Edin Nketiah is a target for West Ham. I think that is all much we spoke about in the transfers. In this week, please do smash the like button. Smash the like button. It really, really means a lot. Let me just take some of your comments as we go into the next game, the Fulham game, because I really have, just to squeeze the time around. Hello, guys. How are you doing, Augustin Banjo? Thanks for the comment, bro. J. Eduard, thanks, for what you're doing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for the job. This is Paul. How are you doing, Paul? Because I prefer to see Hakimi, Eduard, Emiliano Buendia, and either Odegaard or Pablo. Thank you so much for the comment, Kamara. Hakimi is a priority. Hakimi is a priority for Arsenal. We have confirmed. That has been confirmed. So there is nothing like wasting our time now. Hakimi is a priority target, according to Fabrizio. Probably Arsenal, if they want anything to do with Achraf Hakimi, they need to pay around £43 million, but he's a target. Eduard is available for 15 million. Eduard is available for 15 million if Arsenal can get out of their comfort seat and pay that money. Odegaard Eduard is very, very available. Emi Buendia, I don't know whether he wants Champions League football as well, but I know he might not stay at Norwich next season. That is very good news, probably. So what I'm looking at is, if Arsenal fail to get Martin Odegaard, then we can go for Emi Buendia, and then Odegaard is the priority. I think Arsenal will try to fight to get Martin Odegaard. Kosi Balogun is a good player. I prefer him. I refer him to be another Serge Gnabry. I think the two players are different, because if you're looking at another Serge Gnabry, then you probably in terms of Arsenal, you'll be looking at either Bukayo Saka or Gabi Martinelli. I think that is how the two players are. But there is no doubt he's sensational. We've seen him. I think he has appeared 2 times in the Europa League, and he has scored 2 times. So I think he's sensational as a striker, and I want to see more and more and more of Larry Bellerin as well. So thank you so much for the comment, Peterson De Rock, and thank you so much for being there. You've been supporting me. And I really do love that. Please make sure you are smashing the like button, and if you want to support me, my numbers always in the description. Please, you can get me some data. We are going for the watch along. Make sure you're joining me for the watch along. Arsenal against Fulham. The lineups are out. I'm going to be sharing with you the lineups before we get off this stream, so make sure you're on. I don't think we need a young striker when we have Bellerin and Martinelli. This is Davis. I agree with you, but it depends. I mean, if it's Haaland, Haaland is not an old striker. So if it is Haaland, there's no way you're telling me. I'm not saying Haaland because I have Bellerin and Martinelli. So probably, I think it depends on the caliber. If it is an upgrade on what we have, you take him. Absolutely, you take him, because Eduaord is better than Bellerin. Eduaord is better than Martinelli. Eduaord is moving to the level of Alexander Lacazette and pierre-emerick Aubameyang. So I would take him at Arsenal. I would, because I prefer Hakimi. We've gone through this. Thank you so much, Kamara. We need an experienced striker. This is according to Davis. I might not disagree, bro. I think Arsenal do need an experienced striker. We need the experience on the striking line. You can look at what Ken is doing. You can look at what Aguero has been doing at City. So you need that experience on that, on the front line. You need that experience on the front line. But all I can say is let's wait for the next week and see what it brings. That has been, this week, Bissouma has been linked with Arsenal. I didn't talk about Christopher Nkunku really, but he has been linked with Arsenal as well. Christopher Nkunku as another midfielder, midfield partner for Thomas Partey. Alexander Lacazette's new contract. Hudson Eduaord linked with Arsenal as well. Mikel Arteta squad planning has been finished. Andre Silva, Matheus Martinelli, Hausemoa, and Edin Ketia, all those people are in the transfer news for Arsenal this week. So that is all. The wrap-up has been a little bit small. I promise next Sunday we'll have a little bit, we'll have it a little bit earlier and a little bit longer. My name is Kosi, and I'm gonna sign out for now. I love you. Smash the like button. Thank you for subscribing. Continue subscribing. I'm coming in for the watch along. Oh, I promised you guys the starting lineup, and I had just moved off with that. So Arsenal up against Fulham, the starting lineup. Let me just look at get it on Twitter here. Let me just get the starting lineup on Twitter here. Okay, what's happening? Twitter, why are you not loading? Meanwhile, if there is anyone who has the starting lineup, you could just throw it in my comments. But Twitter is loading. Let's look at what Mikel has gone for, and of course on the watch along. Join me for the watch along, because we're gonna be speaking much of the transfers on that watch along as we try to follow the game. Ask all your transfer questions. That is what I want. Ask all your transfer questions on these match watch alongs, because we are able to have a lot of them, because those watch along streams will be around 2 hours and a half. So we have a lot of time to speak about transfers. We have a lot of time to speak about the club in general. So I want you guys to join me for the for the watch along as well. Rajab Raka, you're saying that we have young strikers. We need Champions League material. Absolutely, I agree with you. How are you doing, Gregory Owino? How are you doing? Absolutely, I agree with you, bro. We need that Champions League material because probably we could make it to the Champions League unexpectedly through winning the Europa League, which would be a season saver. It would be a season saver. I'm telling you. But the truth is, and I'm gonna say this very, very contented. Where I am, I'm looking at Arsenal not getting in a striker. Yeah, I'm looking at us not getting in a striker this summer. I think our priorities, I don't know whether, all of us might agree. We might agree, might not, we might disagree, but I think our priorities should be far away from the striking position. That should be next summer, I think, because right now I think Arsenal have so many things, so many things to work on. So many things to work on. So let's try to work on the priorities first. Because if you look at what Arsenal need right now, I don't think it's a striker. No, I don't think it's a striker. Aubameyang will be back next season, so probably expect a lot and a lot of a lot from him. He's just signed that new contract. I don't think Arsenal really need that that new striker. I don't think, unless otherwise. I'm still looking for the starting lineup so that we can actually go through it together. But my Twitter is loading very, 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 very slowly. Okay, this is Charles Watts, and I've got the starting lineup. This is it. It's interesting. I predicted Matt Ryan to start in goal. He has started. Okay, I'm not bragging, but I'm telling you, Matt Ryan is starting in goal. Bellerin, Rob Holding, Gabriel Magalhaes returns instead of Pablo Mari, Granit Xhaka, Mohamed Elneny, and Dani Ceballos in the midfield. Saka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli. Yes, yes, yes. And Alexander Lacazette. Okay, that's the starting lineup. Matt Ryan is in goal. Hector Bellerin in right back. Rob Holding and Gabriel Magalhaes will be playing in the center back. Xhaka is left back. Mohamed Elneny and Dani Ceballos are playing in the middle of the pack. Saka to the right, Smith Rowe as the number 10, Martinelli to the left, and Alexander Lacazette to as the striker. I think this was almost my predicted lineup. I did put Elneny. No, I didn't have Mohamed Elneny, so probably you could tell me what you think about that lineup. It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, it's very, 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 very interesting. But anyway, we shall meet on the watch along. Martinelli deserves Jazzy 10. This is according to Gregory. You're funny, Auntie. You're very, very funny. We shall meet on the watch along. I've got to call it a stream right now, and I love you guys. I love you so much. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new, and we're coming back for the watch along very, very soon. Love you as always. Your